Hello everyone. So I thought I'd take a look at Russia's pretty heavy losses in and around Terny today. There were over 20 destroyed and abandoned vehicles seen so far during Russia's push here, which started in early January. At the end of the video, we'll have a look at what Russia has gained. First, to get orientated, we're looking at the area highlighted in red. Here it is zoomed in. So now that we know where we are, let's get to the wrecks. Firstly, some of these losses we have are just photos, but then we also have some with videos of its destruction. If that's the case, I'll have a look at the video as well. We're going to start off with this small field here. So here we have a BMP-2 on the leftmost side. This was heading north when destroyed. This is listed on war spotting on the 18th of January. Then we have a cluster of mixed BMPs, two close together, which are unidentified variants, either BMP-1 or BMP-2. These were listed on war spotting on the 21st. Next, a BMP-2 just behind them, listed on the 18th. And then, a little bit further up the road, we have a BMP-3 from the 17th. Now, just because the vehicles were listed on these dates doesn't mean that's when they were destroyed. It's when they were documented. Some of them may be older wrecks. We can't say for sure if these were destroyed on the same day as the ones nearby. Now, we don't have a video of these losses here, just these photos which are screen caps from drone footage of the site after the battle, so we don't see what exactly destroyed them. Likely a mixture of missiles and drones here, I think, given the lack of shell craters. Here's the area zoomed out. Now, as we add more losses to the map, we should get a bit of a picture as to how this offensive has played out so far. For now, we have one push containing mainly BMPs with 5 vehicles destroyed. Heading east across the field, we have 2 BMP-3s documented here. These are a bit older, from the 10th of January. These we actually do have a video showing the destruction, so I'll play it now. So you can see that these 2 BMPs were part of an advance with a tank. What looks like a very accurate artillery shell hits them, disabling the 2 BMPs. The tank is then seen retreating. Now, one of the BMPs is then shown to be burning. I'm not sure if this is a delayed fire because of the artillery strike that hit them, or if this was hit by a follow-up drone to finish it off. Here these are on a map zoomed out, so you can see these 2 were destroyed in the tree line to the east of the losses we've just looked at. So our map is starting to take shape. As these occurred on different dates, we're seeing multiple Russian probes and attacks over these fields taking place. Let's head south a bit now. So this is the same tree line, just a little bit further south. Now there's quite a few vehicles in this area to look at. First, here's an abandoned BMP-3 and a Brem-L armoured recovery vehicle. The Brem-L was destroyed whilst trying to recover the BMP-3. So ironically, the Brem-L now needs recovering as well. This one, we also have a video. The video doesn't show us the strike itself on the Brem-L, but it shows it burning in the aftermath. I can't tell what hit this. It's at the top, so it could be a type of top attack munition, such as bonus or smart rounds, but the damage doesn't look severe enough. I think this is likely another FPV drone again. These ones were destroyed earlier on, the 4th of January. Next up, very close to the BMP and the Brem we've just looked at, we have a BTR-82 shown here. This was facing towards the south, and this one, we have a short clip, an FPV drone zooming in over another wrecked vehicle to hit it at the side. The BTR-82 was abandoned before the FPV drone hit it. This occurred on the 19th. And of course, in that clip, we saw the drone fly over a wrecked vehicle. This is a BMP-3, documented on the 19th when the BTR-82 was hit, but destroyed before that date, I think. Here, seen in the video of the BMP and the Brem, we also caught a glimpse of an unknown tank, facing Russian lines, so likely hitting abandoned whilst retreating. This would be again from the 4th of January. I can't tell the type. Finally, here, an unknown vehicle. I can't tell the type if it's just a blackened Hulk, this one. This was seen on the 18th, likely destroyed before. Here these are zoomed out on our overall map. So the Russian losses here keep mounting, mainly BMP variants so far, with a few other vehicles such as the armoured recovery vehicle thrown in. but pretty soon we're going to see some tanks take the field. So now let's check our new location. First up, we have this little guy, a BMP-3 which is advancing west along the same field, but was a bit further south. This is from the 17th, and we do have a video of this one. Now, check that for a blast. I have no idea what caused this, but whatever hit this BMP-3 absolutely obliterated it. I saw suggestions that this may have been carrying ammunition, and given the blast, I find that likely to be the case. Next up, this cheeky chappy, a T-72, which was in a cluster of trees and set on fire, not too far from the BMP we just watched. This, you can see, was hit by a dinky FPV drone, which sends the T-72's tampon flying out. Amazing really, how such a small cheap drone can destroy a big, expensive tank like that. Definitely drones are the standout weapons of the war. This clip was shared on the 17th. Next up, a tricky one. We have a big cluster of failings all together in one area. These are just east of the T-72 we just looked at. Here, we can see a demolished BMP-2, an unidentified abandoned tank, a T-80BV, and another BMP-2. These were all destroyed and abandoned on the 16th and 17th of January, so a big pile of losses here, many of them taking place on the same day. These are all here, same field as the others pretty much, just in a different location. And if you thought we were finished, nope, we still have more to go through. First here, this is hard to make out, but we have 5 destroyed and abandoned tanks and a destroyed BMP variant. The tanks highlighted in red on this screenshot, the blue is the BMP. So when we add them to our map of failures, you can see that this is just a little bit south from the ones we looked at previously. These were identified on the 21st, but again, could be a bit older. We can't know for sure when exactly these were destroyed and abandoned. And we still aren't finished. Here, 1 abandoned tank and 3 abandoned infantry fighter vehicles are seen in this photo. And here these are added to the map as well, a little bit west of the ones we looked at. So here we are zoomed out. So this was a Russian advance from the east heading west. And check out the number of map markers, each one indicating a destroyed or abandoned Russian vehicle, and all around one single field. That's 28 markers you can see here. 28 destroyed vehicles. And that number includes tanks, BMPs, a BTR, and an armoured recovery vehicle. These are big losses. And that's just this field. There's also more losses heading further east, tanks and stuff which are on the way here, not to mention artillery systems which were destroyed, supporting this operation. So, huge losses in this little offensive here. Now, these occurred on different days over a period of time. So it's not like we're seeing massive losses on one day the way we did near Krasno-Horivka, where Russia lost dozens of vehicles in one advance. Here, the actions either seem to be a little bit smaller in scale, or the simultaneous losses on the day not as high as in other areas. But still, at least 28 vehicles destroyed in January here so far, in one field, is pretty embarrassing. So, I suppose the big question is, are these losses worth it for Russia? Let's check deep states, and I think you'll like this. So the area of interest again in this video is highlighted in red, the field here. Now, this is deep states from today, so let's go back in time to the start of the Terny offensive. So here, the 1st of January, when it began. And as you can see, Russia hasn't gained a single foot of land. So Russia's offensive in Terny so far has cost them almost 30 vehicles confirmed already. And they haven't even got out of Russian-occupied territory yet. Not one of the BMPs or tanks so much as stuck their nose over the front lines into Russian-controlled land here. They're all hit and destroyed in the fields en route. So, quite the monumental failure here. Almost 30 vehicles destroyed with literally nothing to show for it. Well done. So that's it for this video. I hope you found this one interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Now, I'm going to play a video from Sanef, a thank you message about the recent fundraiser we did. Thanks very much, and take care everybody.
Dear friends, so we managed to hit the target, £20,198 last time I checked. Thank you everyone for your support. No fundraiser would be complete without a personal thank you message from myself. But also yesterday I received a message from Yuri, which I'll display for you now. Now, I really hope you can understand the impact of what we're doing here and how this makes a big difference on the front lines. And without our support, this would never have happened. And I want to take a moment to thank the man that really does make all the difference. When you're standing in my shoes, fundraising, the options are very, very limited. So, Jack, thank you for what you do for Ukraine and this community. Now, I want to take a moment to shamelessly plug Jack's book. I do have a copy here. The Battalion have a copy, so it is in Ukraine. It is excellent. There's some amazing fights here and amazing scenes. Please take a moment, and if you can support the guy that makes all this happen, I know the guys in the front will be very happy to hear that. Thank you.